Okay, time for the usual audio test. Do I hear myself? I do believe I hear myself. Sick. Okay. Hello, world. Let's see. I want to press this. We're here to... Actually, you know what I should do before anything else? Do my face macros press anything in 14? What button are these macro to? Hold on. Let me make sure I'm not gonna numpad one through. Oh, I'm fine then, unless I do not have anything bound that far back on the mouse. Okay. I'm in mood, right? Yeah. I joined a party ahead of time while I was troubleshooting, so that the wait would be minimal, but we'll see how it goes because this is Wednesday M7 reclears. and I need new food. What is this food called? Mullet. Mullet. Oh, good lord. Well, I can't exactly swap servers, so okay. Should we go? I was troubleshooting beforehand, because, I haven't streamed 40. No, I've only recorded 40. I've not streamed it before. But when I did, lag was not an issue. And then I was troubleshooting beforehand, and I'm like, why is 14 making everything lag so much? Why is my avatar lagging? Why is Firefox lagging? Video on in the background and it's lagging. And then I see, wait, it's not 14. 50% GPU usage from OBS? What in the world happened? The filter for the chat box was for some reason adding 30% GPU usage to OBS. Which was bringing my computer to its knees, apparently. I'm not entirely sure why. I know there was at least one occasion where I accidentally left it on for an Ender Magnolia stream. But, it decided now was the time. What are we waiting on? We have... Is it the fizz ranged? No, not that. I want... It is... No, it's the caster. That's... not the rarest, but it isn't the most common either. Let me review healer spots for heckin' locked seeds. WTF, DIG. This website is a godsend. Whosever idea this site was is truly fantastic. Healer 2 locked seeds is right. If I take the tether, it's that corner, and if it's yeah, okay. I should probably add an addendum on. Let me see. Where the heck do I go for this? Here. Scroll down here, do the thing. Click the text bubble. I've got a little bit of a stuffy nose for some reason. I think I had it last stream too, but it's gotten kind of bad. But hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. I should still be sufficiently legible. Hopefully. Hopefully I am usually. Post that. There we go. So let's see. I suppose while I'm waiting for this, I can review M8S. So I've done the tier. Okay. So I did the tier mostly on Dark Knight on my main. But there were portions of the tier I also did on Scholar. Namely, week 1, 7S, Scholar, because PF could not be trusted to keep you alive through the raid wides. God, could PF not be trusted to keep you alive through the raid wides. I spent like 2 hours on Debris Prog where people just died of raid wides, swapped to Scholar, saw Enrage like 2 pulls later. It's insane. It's mainly its transitions. Now, obviously that's not as common anymore because it's a gear. But you know, I was able to get Dark Knight pulls in later weeks. This ult has, we've only really got gear for Scholar. I have crafted for Reaper, but I only really have Scholar geared and leveled. Wow, I didn't think it would take this long to find a caster. What the heck, I should have joined a party sooner apparently. I'm sitting on 747 and I have all my tome pieces bought, so I can't upgrade. In theory I could get enough tomes for the tome weapon, but I'm pretty sure I missed a week. This is, wait, the tome weapon is 6 or 7. I'm pretty sure it's 7, but let me check. Where is the Apiary vendor? Over here. Oh god, I wonder if S9 is gonna lag the avatar out. Oh, we're getting floaty. Let's look down, it'll be fine. Just stare straight downwards. Huey. Holo Gear Exchange. Any of them? Yeah, it's 7. I missed a week at some point. I don't know which week I missed. Oh well. Does kinda suck, but I wasn't gonna get the augment. At least I probably wasn't gonna get the augment. This is a... Yeah, that's the last tier augment. Okay, well in the meanwhile, actually I should not AFK in. I should not AFK in S9. My avatar will melt if I AFK in S9. Old Trollian, the classic. What is everybody's go-to AFK spot, and why is it not Old Charlian? Alright, let me check. Let me review. This is 7. I do idle cam in the meanwhile. Idle cam? What on earth is it called? Just that me waiting here isn't making stationary view of character. Text command / idling camera. Very good. Cool, okay. Thank you, Florin. Can I have the open in the meanwhile? Ah, okay, the second I hit it, somebody joins. Alrighty, sick. Oh boy, Wednesday night, 7S reclears. So I hadn't actually decided what I was doing tonight. I wanted to start doing streams on Wednesdays because it was more or less the most suitable day. I hadn't really decided what I was doing tonight until I finished doing regular reclears yesterday. I was like, oh, 5 through 8 done on my main, and then I got as many done on my ult as I could, which ended up being 5 and like barely 6 because late night 6 clears. I don't know if you can get more miserable in this game than bad M6S parties. It's gets pretty bad. He'll be back in 1 sec. I should have left the idling camera on. Let's see, my locked spots. Okay, we're good. I'll get 4. The 4 stuff up ready for healer. I have done okay, so I've cleared 8. I've cleared 8 like 4 times, 5 times on Dark Knight. Hello, Celine. Okay. I cleared 8 like 4 or 5 times on Dark Knight. And during prog I flexed the healer a few times and got up like most of the way through phase 1. And while I am very, very confident in my healing ability, phase 2's kind of screwed up the healing. I don't want to troll a fucking reclear party. We're trying to figure that out on the fly. So I'm like, okay, I'll do some frog parties to figure it out. Okay, off we go. Okay, we got 4, 3. Hot bio. So generally speaking, as a Scholar fan, I'm a fan of the fresh dissipation of cooldown kind of gameplay. Why is my... Why did it choose now to freak out? Oh, are we fine? No, no we're not. Well, I can't fix it mid-pull. What the heck is going on there? Why is it laggier in here than in a hacking open world with people around? Okay. That's a good start. What are my resources looking like? GPU usage, 50% FF14. I am locked at 30, right? What is going on in here? Let me just turn shadows down. Hopefully that helps. Let's see if I just say some stuff. Oh. Yeah, that worked. Okay. I'll figure out the nitty-gritty some other time. That's like kicking... no, it's still kind of... It's doing better though. Okay, whatever. This is an in. In. Let's Gumbo take it first with super. Wait, I did not press sprint last time. Okay, we can press Seraphia. First shield off. Oh dear, those are some... That's some interestingly placed baits or whatever, I'll take it. If you're ever a fan of Flare over not pressing a heal GCD. Why did you press Living Dead? I saw Living Dead up. That's... I guess I can... No, they're sharing? They're sharing, okay. I should be fine here. Yep. What is that? That's out. That's out and tanks in, so I can just safely chill back here. Comfy. And then we have a brief respite of 2 minutes. I should not place my fairy. This is one of those spots where I have trust issues from PF healers, so I will simply GCD shield. Yeah. Trust healers. Trust healers? PF healers is the wrong word. I have trust issues from PF and mitigation in general. Shout out to the Gunbreaker for noticing the invuln usage. I can close these. In. And then make sure that he's topped off for this red wide. Everybody should be in soil. Yep. Oh, soil, my beloved. Okay, he's got Thorny into Prippingy Thing into you're gonna flare the tank. Okay. Let's club out so I can just pre-position over here and be fine. Oh, forgot about Source Collision. I think the 3-to-1 gives you more than enough time. Soil. I'm clipping because I pressed expedience to the chain. And I did not save any for flow for Indom and trolling. Okay. That's my spots are these two. Oh, I need to build myself through this. I'll take it. It's very comfy back and forth. Oh, okay, maybe not completely comfy.
The challenge is down. Is this the end?
It will start. No, I can't res. They're resing. Okay, that's good. Because I need to shield us here. Pure healer resing there is way more important. You pressed buttons. You pressed buttons. Why did you press buttons? Okay, we're fine. Okay, we're almost fine. 5,000 health. Sure, whatever. Actually, I think I went even lower. I didn't even look at my health. I have enough MP to pot. Yeah. Yeah, I have enough MP to pot. I'll expedient this. No, I shouldn't have expediented that. There was definitely a better spot to expedient that. It rippled on them. Never mind, I clearly should have expediented that. There's an out. Oh, we need healing here too. Oh, look at that LB jump.
The brute bomber must still be in there somewhere. A punishing attack.
Oh, I'm fine.
Power of this monstrous fusion.
Yeah, boy, they're making me sweat for this one, huh? Rep Doodles. Sure thing, buddy. Hopefully they do. Clip that to make sure soil goes down. In down here so it'll ripple and hit everybody. This is what happened last time is the White Mage did not get hit by the ripple. In Stoneringer. But be on the outskirt. A lot of her about to play it safe. I'm not lacking anything, it's not hacking LBজন. This is going to be interesting. Irish keeps me comfortably within soil. I know the main tank's gonna get chunked a bit, as they always do. Anybody get hit by that? No. Okay. We have the baits. Oh, that cast cancelled, seriously. UCD shielding this because no trust in PF. Anybody dying to this? No? Wow. Dissipation's gonna get pushed back. I just pushed that back for the 2 minutes, never mind. For the hell to 2 minutes. People really... A lot of people really hate Scholar locking itself out of things with Dissipation and Seraph and Seraphism. It is by far my favorite part of the class, because we have way too many things in 14 that just you can just get away with nowadays. I'll keep up time here, I guess. Oh. Whatever, I'll just live that. Damage down on the healer, if that's the difference, then I don't know what to tell you, buddy. Final Stone Ringer. Oh, we're not holding for pots. Okay. Hold UCD lists. Just play it safe. He's at 1%. This is super dead. Was that first pull? No, that was second pull, because first pull is when my avatar lagged. The heck. That is...
Until next time.
That is significantly better luck than I was expecting, and all that luck will now disappear when I roll for... The only thing I rolled high on was the Esther. I mean, I'll get the weapon next week if I don't have luck by that. Never mind. Never mind. I am screenshotting that. I lost with a 96 to a 99. You love to see it. It always happens. Some things never change. I hate it here. I hate it here, and the party's like on already. That's fine. Well, that was that went better than expected. Okay, M8S then. Dude, I should have been doing this on practicing this for the past few weeks. I'm mostly just using this as an excuse to actually get it done. Without looking for anything in particular. Right, so I'm confident in all of phase 1. Because I've done all of it anyway. PF does Clock the Rage still. The only thing I gotta remember is not to empty brain into my wrong rage dodge spot. I haven't done the quad dodge on healer, but frankly, if I fail that, I deserve to be laughed out of the room. Phase 2, so it'll be Quake into UV, dodge south, so the tank take the busters, and it won't be me doing it. Hero's Blow, which goes into UV again, into Busters again, dodge south for Mooncleaver, dodge... I guess either direction to get up north, and then dodge to next to whichever tank has the marker. From there, I would be the northeast platform for twofold. Everything here is essentially the same as normal as on tank, just on a different platform. Start running south for champion circuit, dodge that as normal, except I'm gonna deal with cast times. Yahoo. Lone Wolf, I go south and I stay south, and that is it. And then I'm far right with UV4. Wow, healer UV4 is... Oh wow, after the champion circuit, the healers basically don't move. Oh my god. Okay, does the balance have any... Any recommendations on healing? I should find a party. Let's see, so healing all the first stuff. Oh... Honestly, like in rage parties, maybe. P2 and rage to clear 2 chest. Clearing clock quad, toxic Renon. Shoutouts to Renon for developing a strat that was swiftly and widely adopted, and is very consistent and people don't hate. That is a rarity in the FF14 PF community. Dear God, is it a rarity. I guess I just joined this one. Yeah, I'll join this one. I'm gonna get in here and it's gonna put me in the cutscene, but that's fine. Alright, balance, scholar discussion. What are ye saying about M4S usages? You know, there's a non-zero chance that there is a non-zero chance that I end up like heckin' clearing, and the issue is if I clear, I don't know. If I clear, I don't know what to do the rest of the stream on. I guess I could do like roulettes. I could finish up my roulettes, cause I've got like a small selection of things I want to get to 100 on this character. Things that you can tell were obviously job skipped, but we'll brush past that. Well, I mean, we'll see if I get the reclear first, or the reprog, or the re something, whatever you want to call. Alt clear, alt job, alt prog. I don't know. Where the heck is... God, man, it's only healer encounter instead of scholar encounter. I hate it here. Thankfully, I'm learning this later. Actually, I guess learning this later on is fine because it's easier to keep people. Or it's less demanding, I suppose. What can we do to make sure tanks don't die to autos in Lone Wolf? The tank has to take Tim and fire how far away won't be. I mean, I feel like the obvious answer for this on Scholar is, you excog one tank and you ferry tether the other. Oh, actually, what's the range on FFXIV? Because I can't just put Celine in the center of the arena because... Okay, it's... I can't even put it on a different platform, can I? Because of how these platforms... Okay, so if you're not aware, the way the platforms work in M8S Phase 2 is very strange when pets are involved. Usually in a phase transition, in an arena that phase transitions, you don't actually move location. If you look at the map, it will be the same map as Phase 1, it'll have the same layout as Phase 1. Or if the arena changes mid-fight, and this is true in, for example, P8S, P12S, P7S. This is not true in M8S, where the Phase 2 arena is actually a completely different map location. Now, the reason this is an issue is that this means there never was and never will be and does not exist a floor in between the platforms. Normally, if a platform is destroyed but a pet is on it, it will just float in the air. I'm sure you've seen Queen and the Steam just standing in thin air. That does not apply in M8S. Even when a platform is destroyed by Mooncleaver, it ceases to exist. Actually, it may or may not. I'm not sure, actually. Don't take that as gospel. But the issue is when you teleport, your pet temporarily despawns, which can interrupt casts. And as far as I'm aware, Eos in particular, because she can be placed, or Eoseline the Fairy, cannot be placed on other platforms. She cannot cross the gap to get to another platform. Which means, this is a very roundabout way of saying, I can't place the Fairy on the tank platform where they can reach the tanks no matter what. The Fairy has to stay on the south platform. I can move them all the way north on that platform and AFA pack the tank and help. But it could, in theory, be an issue. It's really messed up on Dark Knight, by the way, where after you teleport, it turns out this is an issue in Diamond Weapon 2, but that was EX content, so who cares? After you use the teleporter, a Steam will temporarily lose its target until you hit the boss with a targeted ability again. If enough time passes because of teleports, where Steam doesn't have a target and isn't hitting the boss, it's possible for them to despawn before they get their final Steam in, which is a chunky bit of potency. Which means that, in theory, there can be situations where it is optimal to weave a low blow or interrupt after teleporting, because it's a target ability that re-triggers the Steam's targeting, and means you won't miss the system. There is also a bug where I believe if a Steam is being summoned on the platform that gets mooncleavered, so the way it's written is that they will use Abyssal Drain once and then not use any more abilities, and therefore cost you almost the entire Steam usage. My suspicion, because of that, and because of how Steam works, is that Steam becomes unable to move if the platform they're on is destroyed. Because how a Steam normally works is when a Steam is summoned, or whenever a Steam moves outside of melee range, they will Abyssal Drain, and then Shadow Stride, and then resume their melee attacks. Notably, Disesteem and Shadowbringer on a Steam are melee attacks. I think that Steam will do the Abyssal Drain, not be able to move, attempt to Shadow Stride, not be able to, and then get stuck attempting to Shadow Stride. Or potentially attempting to do the rest of its attacks as well. But unfortunately, because of how Steam works, he won't just stand there and spam Abyssal Drain. At the very least, he'll just try and fail to do the rest of his attacks. I don't think that the fairy breaks in the same way. But also, if the fairy did, you could just, like, resummon it, so it'd suck, but it wouldn't be several thousand potency detrimental. But yeah, all of this is a very roundabout way of saying, I think Lone Wolf is the pain point here. Because, let me look, M8S timeline. Thank you, this one guy on Reddit who makes these timelines. So I'm pretty sure the quakes can be covered with soil. They are slightly less than a minute apart. Yeah, both quakes get covered with soil. I should type this in a notepad, doc. Quake. Twin Bite. UV1. Twin Bite. UV2. Quake. 2. That's followed by Mooncleaver into Elemental Purge. Into Twofold 1, Twofold 2, Twofold 3, and Twofold 4. After that is Hero Circuit, Champion Circuit, whatever, which is a whole load of no damage going out. Followed by Quake 3, UV 3, Twin Bite 2, essentially just the first 3 mechanics again. We have Lone Wolf, UV4, right, and then there's an Enraged. 2. Wait, no, I'm just gonna say Enrage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, no, Enrage 1, 3, 5. Because 2 and 4 are invulned. I cannot imagine the groups early on that were only invulning 1 or maybe even none of the towers. The mit and healing necessary for that is horrifying to consider. Okay. So Quake Quarter. So first of all, soil usages. Quake 1, Quake 2. In theory, I can cover Purge if I soil early enough on Quake 2. Let's see. You thought it'd be really weird to soil on, so probably won't soil there. Quake 3. And then every enraged tower gets a soil. Or all the enraged towers that matter get a soil. I probably don't have what am I even experiencing in phase 1? I know the hardest hitting thing is Great Divide. If I experience Great Divide, I can experience... Oh, not Great Divide, that's completely wrong. Whatever the one after... Great Divide's the Buster, what am I about? The area after ads... I do not remember the name. If I experience that, then I'm definitely experiencing... That's 15 seconds later. It's really hard to make stuff cover both. For opening Raid Wide and Windstone Fang. Okay, if I experience Windstone Fang, because that actually kind of gets ignored pretty often, and the sprint would be useful there. It's up again for... ads. Seems like it's a weird usage of it though. It's probably best on... It's probably best on both tracking tremors and post ads raid wide. You know, I can just not soil the first raid wide, I can soil Windstone Fang. That's probably the better use of it. Unfortunately, I can't use any fairy abilities either because of dissipation. But soil probably does it. Yeah, so I'll do it. However, if I do let Chicken Tremors, it's not going to be up for a little while in phase 2. Probably, if I had to guess, it's probably around Twin Bite it'll come up. Should probably use it on... It's there. I can't cover both Quake 3 or Quake 2 and Purge. I'll use it on the Quake or the Purge. Okay, first of all, why don't I use it on the rest of the fight? Quake 3. If I expedient that, it will cover UV3. I believe. Let me count. In theory, it can. Which means I then get to use it on the last Howling 8. This party's taking a while to fill, god. And the last Howling 8, and then some last Quake, and it's up about 2 minutes into the encounter. I can do it on the second Quake. I can do it on this UV2 and just soil into Quake 2. I'll take that. What else? What else? Seraph usages. Is a weird one. Probably twofold. I'd reckon it'd be good in twofold. Let's say like... and there-ish. 2-minute CD, so... I can... use it somewhere in the first section. Play on Quake 1 and UV 1, because UV 2 and Quake 2 already have Expedient. There and there. And then she's up again for... let's say in Rage 1 gets Seraph. Oh, no, actually, I shouldn't ignore Lone Wolf into UV2. That can get Seraph for sure. Which I think means she's up for the last one? So I'll put Seraph, question mark. Whisper, the fairy abilities I'll just kind of play by ear. I don't know when Dissipation's gonna come up, but I can work it around Seraph. Seraphism. I mean, Seraphism be really good at Enrage. But then I'd like it at twofold as well. I'd really like it at twofold. But if you use it at twofold, it's not back up until like the third tower at earliest. Oh, actually, no, if I use it... oh no, if I use it at the start of twofold, it's totally up for the first tower. And I have loads on the 5th tower already. You know, what do my sea preefers look like? I have enough sea preefers. That leaves... I mean, Spreadlow I can... Spreadlow's pretty easy, just intuit. Indom is kind of just damage roll dependent and space independent. Again, the main reason I'm doing this in a prog party, not just winging it into reclears, is first of all I'd have to convince a party to let me join this so-called uncleary join a reclear party with the promise of having cleared on alt or on main or whatever. And secondly is that I can mostly play it by ear, but I gotta get a feel for it too. begging for another healer to join. God, I remember a little while ago, PF was suffering with a complete lack of... Okay, this is the completion parties. A complete lack of fizz ranged. To the point that on my main, I geared fizz ranged and went and did the EX and got like the machinist weapon. Just for the sake of filling parties on fizz ranged. And then the moment I do that, now we're waiting on not fizz ranged. Last party was a cast we were waiting on, now it's the other healer. The pure healer. Well, White Mage was like the one of the more popular jobs. I think I was this back here. There's a crumb. Yeah. I gotta keep this place cleaner. My 30 minutes is up. Can I get an invite back to Novice Network? The dude that banned me is not responding to my question. It's very rude. That is classic Novice Network interaction, honestly. I do not have anything I can send in. I can still go do God's also dailies. So as we all know, the second I go start doing something else, the other guy's gonna show up. Let's have a look. Wait, everything. I've never been here on my ult. You're gonna explain how to do mini tank pot. You're gonna give me an MGP voucher. I don't have MGP, do I? Do I have... Well, now I have 100 MGP. Oh goodness, okay. Let's see. 6 up there, okay. One down the middle. I should draw one of these edge pieces. Taking a bet. I hate it here. What do you mean the 3, 2, 1 was there? Try you. Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh god, 1, 2, 3 doesn't exist, and 7, 8, 9 doesn't exist. I don't even know what's best at that point. Here we go. 1, 2, 7, 3. 8, 6, 7. Good enough. This. Oh, I can't even do it until. Use a regular quest? Probably. No, you add Mahjong. You're where Mahjong comes from, never mind. Okay, I cannot be bothered to wander around unlocking. Gold saucer. You know what, let me just... Let me just go to Fates and like get a little XP in while I wait. Cause dear God, where are the 93 Fates at? Is it Yaktel? I feel like Yaktel is 194, 95. I don't have Gauchel Greens, do I? Okay, first stop, going back and buying Gauchel Greens so I can have my partner out. Wait, can you have your buddy Truckabarrow out in a crossbow party? I'm just now realizing I don't know. For science, I guess. Like a board. Gishel. Greens, can you not buy them on the market board? No, there we go, I just misspelled it. Thank you, the greens lady. I think that's enough facial greens for the next 2 expansions. Right, Yektel, I'll check. I should have checked if the fate levels while I was there. Instead of wasting more XP on more golden. Teleporting back and forth. Actually, not even gone. I'm burning for the last of my 8th rate tickets. Oh, cool. They can exist here. Oh god, I don't have fly, and you are going to disappear before I get there. Oh, getting around down here for fates without flight? That sounds miserable. That sounds very miserable, actually. I cannot go down that way, huh? Waiting not so patiently for the king. I need to fill. Where are the pure healers? What do I have left? That's like half the bottle. Can I cut behind this house? Yeah, this seems right. Cannot wait for this Fate NPC to despawn when I finally get to them. I cannot wait to make like 300,000 total XP off of a Fate. I'm sorry, I'm 1 level below, how dare I? Yeah, I'm not sure recasting. Getting full red mage opener on these fate enemies, as one does. I don't have Grand Impact yet. That's it's tragic. Normally what I do when I'm waiting a pad like this is I simply play something else. But I resort to the classic of what's the word? I don't know, like watching YouTube. But I do not intend to be I do not intend to become a React streamer. So I'm not doing that. And I don't know a clean way to swap to a different game right now. Never mind the fact that I don't want to find out how the computer would act if I loaded something else on top of a list. So, you know what? For now, we can just vibe like this. I think I'm fine with that. What even am I gathering? It is. When arriving in the Jatika Heartland to collect medicinal fungi, a gatherer of the Hubigo discovers the area calling of hungry flyer garrets, and thus has the mushroom hunter become the mushroom hunted. That still does not explain what ears I am picking up. Oh. To be fair, you might have explained it in the NPC text. Oh, there's a variant of mushroom that resembles their ears, I see. Okay, fair enough. I almost pressed modification mid-combo, which... I'm gonna say that, like, I'm saying that would suck as if... Like, oh no, I'm gonna hit Invasion on this fate. I'm just... I like practicing rotations in innocuous places. There's something really funny about hitting like a fate boss with a full raid opener. There we go. Okay, we filled, so I need to now kill this guy and... can I kill one more? They haven't done a ready check yet. So I'm fine in going until somebody starts a ready check. There's the ready check. Okay. Swapped back to Scholar. My Chocobo is being chased by the NPC, even though I am no longer synced down to the fate level. That is curious. I wonder if that's exploitable in some way. I mean, probably not, but it'd be very funny if it was. Okay. Arcadian Cruiserweight M4 Savage. Otherwise known as PSO2 Savage. So I go left as always, except I'm on the yellows now. Rain, I would go right. I need to skip this cutscene so nobody suspects the ult. A whole load of driver plates here. I see somebody has the funny face 2 markers. Okay. And off we go. I clicked off I didn't spread low. Oh, that's not a good start.
Shall we? Can the challenger defeat them in his own lair?
We'll probably be fine, right? I see Feint and I see Rep and I see Adult. Yeah, we'll be fine. Ah, we didn't even need the shields. This Windfang. I'll recite end on this.
I wonder if you can keep up.
Okay, this is revolutionary.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
Yep. Seraph covers both those red whites. I'll drop soil now for healing.
Fenrir's might. I rouse a storm.
Actually, I'll cover Seraphism for the healing
The
too.
wind answers my call.
I need you to not be up there. Okay. Okay, that's fine. You were way off. I don't know if I can do this.
The challenger's down.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. What happened there? I saw one of the... I saw my opposite marker get knocked offset. I mean, this means I can spread that out. I don't have food on. Whoopsie. Nobody will suspect a thing. Nobody will ever know. Nobody tell them.
Let's begin, shall we?
It's just a pop then dissipation. Why do I do that?
Can the challenger defeat them in his own lair?
Challenging Scholar Opener of Royal Energy Drain, Royal Energy Drain, Royal Energy Drain. Stonefang. It's almost kind of sad to
Wonder if you can keep up.
rev again. It's almost kind of sad to heal this fight because it's such a fun fight to uptime. Yeah. Those stacks are way smaller than the Dangbusters are. So I very much appreciate when the rain they tuck in slightly.
The wind answers my call.
Oh, I didn't knock back resist. That's on me.
Oh no, that was too much for the challenger.
That one was my fault. That shall simply never happen again. Trust. No, I'm used to Oh god. Okay, so on Dark Knight,
Let's begin.
I have that knockback resist down to weaving it after Carbon Spit comes off cooldown. After I press Carbon Spit, I weave it late into, I'd say, into the second weave slot of that GCD. I don't have that same tell on Scholar. No, I know when it's supposed to be. It's like the third head coming down, I believe. Well, that doesn't...
I wonder
necessarily help. Rev again. Yeah, he's up here. Yeah, if you sort of tuck in, just walk in slightly to where the line was, you'll usually be fine.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm.
And my GCD's way faster here, so I can't just count either.
The wind answers my call.
Actually, no, you know what? I remember now. I remember why it was miserable, because it came up with the exact same GCD that, Tekken April did. I remember now being miserable because of it. Okay. I'll GCD here to be safe, but we should be pretty comfy from here on out. That's fine. I did not need that second GCD. Now here comes the part of the fight that's going to be comfier unranged, because I can just walk out and not have to worry about reading a GCD of uptime.
Where did that colossal thing come from? Fly true.
This is odd, evens. Easy tell here, it's the opposite of the sides that have the lines on them. Easy. I'll put on a soul here for the regen.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Yeah. Yellow first. I am the last one. I'll reset shield this because, yeah. I've been hitting the wrong one, haven't I? I just realized. Now I gotta hit this one. Shockingly still fine, but I'll put that down to, I mean, air quad's still fine.
Bear my biting wings.
Keeping a shield there. We're fine for that one. Okay, easy.
Still you stand.
I'm actually not too worried about
Delightful.
the second half of phase 1 here,
The earth is mine to command.
where it's essentially just the same as Dark Knight, but I'm rotated 9 degrees.
Pack of wolves.
Over here? Nope, too late. Flipped. I'm probably dead to this, yeah.
The challenger's down. This is
I would have appreciated, like, I don't know, literally anything. Yeah, whatever. That regen. Whispering Dawn for regen.
Try this.
This is 1 to 2. My wind found here. Okay. I will simply put some 20 shields on that. And then do another GC shield and end on that. We might see the other... Okay, no. Well, damage is good then, despite...
I need more power.
And that was bad death, and
Fenrir's unbound
my
might.
death twice, and we sent stuff, but it's probably fine.
Egads, the ring's been destroyed and they fall.
I wonder if, that Egads has to be in there because of the M4S transition Egads, right? Like, it's a bit at this point. I don't do H1 often, I'll try not to kill us all. It's kind of surprising, honestly. I feel like they really like to put...
Floating death traps. How will they fight with so little room?
Okay.
Now I fight with everything I have. Prepare yourself.
What was I gonna say? I feel like they really like to put... Okay, let's stay here.
Will you be able to stay on your feet?
Oh, I'm wrong, I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
I will rend all asunder.
Yeah. Hero's Blow is very comfy on range. Alright, it's EV first. Can I put that there over there at least? I can. Propping platforms on range is kind of... feels kind of bad though.
Where to stand?
Okay. It's down here.
Dodge this if you can.
That's soil. I should have tried to put on 3 platforms instead of these back too.
The power of wit unleashed.
What's the range on? It's 30. Okay, I need to move in such a way. Oh, the other healer's dead. That's an issue. That is an issue.
You cannot escape.
Well, practice at least. Okay, this is in line donuts and in again. Are we gonna kill people? Yeah. Now people are gonna start. Am I getting at it? I'm getting at it.
Oh dear, the challenger's fallen out of the league.
I wonder if I killed the white mage. I don't. I feel like if it was on the white mage, it probably wasn't me. If there's any job I'd expect to be killed because of my healing incompetence. The other healer is the very, very bottom of the barrel. Besides maybe like circumstantially off tank, but not there. Okay, we got Scribbler, we got Rep Faint. That's that all. Me saving soil for this, which people always under mitigate. I should have redarted on that GCD. I think I missed some buffs. Oh. Okay, this is eminent. I can comfortably run over here. And I did that. Constellation was too early.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse the storm.
Okay. Death isn't for the regen. 2, 3. I wonder if I should just be. Oh my god, my brain's going a mile a minute trying to. Okay. I am clipping something fierce. For a constellation on you because you're low. Whew. Okay, we're fine. That was a little tight-chested for a moment, but we're good. I should have thrown an extra GCD down, I suppose.
But they're not out of the fight yet.
What was I thinking of saying? I don't remember. But I mean something about Windfang, Stonefang. Okay, this is odds, which means it's this one. I will ruin 2 game where I can because I cannot be bothered enough to. Gugh. Ruin 2 game where I can because I am not. I do not care enough to wipe a pull because of greed up time. Not like this.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Okay, my Pharaoh. Make sure I'm on the right guy this time. Okay, I am the last wind, which means I am the very last one to do anything. You said you should be fine. Kinda worried about you. Okay. 2, 3, 4. You stop his stone. Okay. And it retargeted to the boss, that's fine. This is gonna go after those. Oh my god. This is fine. Ignore the extra GCD and the 3000 health. This is fine.
The earth is mine to command.
This is fine. This is fine. This is not fine. This is terribly not fine.
A pack of wolves.
Okay, at least I won't get this wrong this time. Oh, he does do better through that. This is Rev. This pattern, because of course he did. Avoid those. Humphy. Didn't have to avoid those last time because I was dead. I don't believe there's any kind of raid wide going into. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's not a raid wide going into Beacon. Nope, that is.
Try this.
There's a 1 to 2. Here. I'm going to GCD because I don't trust this. Oh, we're living that. Okay. I shouldn't have potted.
No, will not lose. I need more power.
Not only because it wasn't necessary, but because I think I lost a very good weave slot because of it. Now I get to witness Fenrir's unbound might again.
The rings be destroyed and they've fallen below.
Let me bring up the sheet I tossed together. My favourite part about jotting down mid sheets is the question marks.
They've moved to floating death traps. How will they fight with so little room?
Now I fight with everything I have. Prepare yourself.
You know what I...
There's no escape. Will you be able to stay on your feet?
I hit that. Let's do that. I need a hold chain. I remember the hold chain.
All asunder.
This will be 2. I press chain. Me saying I need to hold chain and immediately pressing chain. I need to be studied. And apparently I need a GCD heal. Ugh.
You'll have nowhere to stand.
Is there any way of... I feel like weaving those sounds really miserable, but I don't know how else you do it. Okay, you gotta go to the front, yes, please. That guy's outside of my range, so that help him. Well, I have my tank and they have theirs.
Unleashed.
This can cover basically everybody else. Okay, I was worried about.
Oh no, that was too much for the Challenger.
Yep. I have my tank and they have theirs, and well, they have theirs. Maybe a little bit of a do a very broad claim to make. Yeah, this is same pattern as last time, actually, I believe. This is, yep. Into UV3. Let's do put. I feel like normally goes faster than that, but maybe it's just me. At least we can proc further.
Back at you.
I'm gonna super E for here because I don't trust my MP. I just comfortably stay put. We get the X-Cog. Yeah, that is that, isn't it? That was very unfortunate.
I will draw upon my all to defeat.
Oh dear. Hard relapse surfism. There's gonna be issues here, of course. Okay, I'll start getting that res. They're getting the other one. Okay, cool. Oh, where did you do that?
Even if it costs me my
Oh. Okay.
Neither side is holding back, but there can only be one champion.
I was worried for a second because the only healing that guy had was X-Fog and he was at like 55%. And God, is it not tragic to see a death to X-Cog percent? It isn't a clear, but it's in rage.
will prevail.
And the death spiraled from the other healer, not from me.
Destroy. I admit, but I am the one who will win.
That's not bad. That's not bad. The important part is I'm getting heal practice in. Because mechanics practice is easy. Poor tank. I think both tanks. No, just the paladin. Paladin get Sometimes I can speak without getting the wrong letters in the right or in the wrong order. The paladin, I think, got downed a couple of times. My favorite part about getting hit by heckin' Hero's Blow is that that's not even a healer thing. That's just because that's the same no matter what class you're on. I'm just bad. Yep, food. I'll say food check in chat. I think I mostly nailed the plan I'd figured out.
Can the challenger defeat the myth in his own lair?
Let's see. Is there anything else I can test out? I could like X-cog the paladin beforehand if I want to try and play it safe in the I don't trust PF kind of way. Yeah, that's probably a decent idea. Give him a little something something.
I wonder if you can keep up.
This is Eminence.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
Wrong side, I'll take it. Kind of interesting in the way that unlike tank, you would definitely want to be on the right side at the very start. You would just sprint across the line AoE to make sure, to make certain. Okay. I don't think that mechanic is especially hard, but it is spooky. Yeah, one GCD there, and we're solid. Soil and what's it called? Divine Veil? Yeah. Okay, did I press Baneful too early? I think I might have missed Litany and maybe Embolden. I'm not gonna risk somebody randomly dying to this. I don't know how much damage it does. I don't want to find out. Maybe I should find out, but here's Rev. On the other hand, I should totally be sending all my Aetherful there because I'm not using it otherwise. I could have gotten all my GCD in. Oh well. That's fine. I am once again the last. I don't know if that's my luck or if that's a healer thing. Sure. I shouldn't soil here. I need soil for the actual. Stop to Wolf of Wind. Wind is dead, which means my doubts get to keep ticking on you. Though frankly, I probably shouldn't have redotted you anyway. Now I want a consultation here, not Abro. Soil. Expedient. I'll take that. I don't think that Swift Heal is necessary, but I feel like I missed something. Indom. I didn't have Indom. That's what I was missing.
The earth is mine to command.
Okay. Yeah. My one. Thank you. Evolutionary. Oh, I was looking in the wrong direction. I had my camera tilted like this. Oh, I feel so dumb for that. I'll just CP for now and save myself the hassle. It's a healer death. This group has damage, but I'm feeling real stupid for that one. On the floor. Oh dear. What?
Is this the end?
Huh? Oh, did they think I was over here?
Oh no, that was too much for the challenger.
They thought it was 1 to 3. Okay, I see. They say bio. You know, I'll take a real quick break too then. Hold on. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Let me just put up the B screen. There we go. Normally I try to have a more, less rushed BRB, but, PF, and keep him waiting. Down, my food's still fine, yep. Alright, right back to it. I did get to restock my water though, so I can't keep playing that much. Okay. Fine. I want a pre-position for Earth Wind, Stone Wind. Stone, I'm gonna sit over here. Very comfy indeed. I can GCD Seraph, GCD Whispering. This is Eminent.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
I almost placed that very badly, but I think it's fine. I think I also almost missed the Seraph usage too. Whatever. We're alive. Seraphism. God, I wish Seraphism looked better. I love Seraphim as a button, but okay. Alright, so I'm getting up towards B. That's 2 GCDs. I should have another one. Okay, we're fine. But that shield will be nice for the follow-up. That's the nice part about that radioider in particular, is even if you shield a little, like you GC a little too late, and it doesn't catch the last hit of the Akamon, it most certainly does catch the radioider after, so shields don't get wasted, which is actually really welcome.
Where did that colossal thing come from?
Fly true.
That is evens again. I don't know why I sprinted that. Well, I'd much rather have it for this. I guess it's fine if it's Rev. Kind of funny how much comfier Rev is compared to the other one on Healer. Compared to Tank, where Rev is by far the worst of the two. Like, it's not even close. I would argue Rev is one of the hardest tank busters in the game. Under normal circumstances. Getting the first scream. That was gone. That was probably a combination of ping plus delay on entity movement, making me think I had it timed right and just not.
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
So I thought that would have been timed so that it would have moved on top of me. Maybe like a second after the Vuln fell off. But it actually kind of popped a lot further ahead than I was expecting. I put slow down, right? Yeah, did I read out an accident? Or too late? This is Rev.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
That's comfy enough. I want to soil this because I missed the Seraphus. Okay, does this last a millennial? 3, 2, 1. Oh, easily.
The wind answers my call.
I wonder if I'm a GC if I do it here instead. Oh, it's fine. Okay. Let's do this. I'm getting knocked back this way. Wow, the I will illustrate you. Ooh, that guy in particular got kind of scary low. This is fine. What was I saying? That knockback animation. My main character is a Lalafell. That knockback is a lot easier to read your center on Lalafell than it is on a here. Oh my goodness. I for a second I didn't know if I was too far or too out. This is odds. Which means it's down here. Easy. Eminent. Yeah, I'll take that. You can tell me. You can tell when I focus for half mechanic when I temporarily go stuck silent.
Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Okay. I am the second wind. No, we're not. Okay, we're not risk servicing it this time. God forbid. Okay, that already feels kind of spooky. 3, 2, 1. Let's swap to you. We blew up. You blew up. You blew up. I didn't like take focus target off of you.
Let's begin, shall we?
Here is. I saw. Was it? Did the wrong yellow? I put soil down on instinct. Do I want to soil? Do I want to GCD? Yeah, I do. I'll try and do it after buffs, but I do. Okay. The wrong yellow cleanse? Because I was definitely the second wind. Okay, look at that. Running across like that is kind of spooky. That should be high enough. Barely. Thank you, gear. I mean, if I didn't have gear, I'd be playing a little more safely. Okay, we can do all that. Yeah, like that heckin' knockback animation is so... You stretch so far on here. I feel like it almost offsets your center, like offsets the center of your body from the center of the player position, almost. You're into a lot of burned. Maybe that's a me issue. I mean, it is a me issue. It is objectively a massive skill issue. Oh, whatever will I do?
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Okay, as much as I love Thorin,
Fly true.
why did that cancel? Ooh. As much as I love 14, and I love high-end content. Wow, trying to stream and do this at the same time is tough. Yeah, this has to be Rev. I know he said which one he was doing, but I wasn't looking because I was thinking about stream. Wow, doing 14 high-end content and streaming and commenting. That's hard. I mean, I guess in one way or another, it's good for practice. Good for shotcaller's practice, I guess. And definitely first wind. Maybe I just passed through it too quickly? Is that what happened? Because I panicked the last time I passed through it too quick. That could be it. That would make a lot of sense, actually, yeah. In which case it would be my fault. What a tough pill to swallow. But also one that I will simply swallow. Plenty of it on this. The. I wonder if it's worth. I need to look up if redotting is actually worth it in this fight with the multiple downturns. And this one, second clockwise. I find it really odd that hold on, he's eminent. Okay. I find it really odd that all the raid plans and guides choose to describe those positions in a manner of, like, here are your two spots, depending on the orientation. Oh, like, I get it, it is true. However, it's also just, like, first clockwise, second clockwise. You know, like the classic things, and people are used to that kind of thing from as far back as UCOB. 2 to 1. What's a scary run, but I'll take it. for all that, and this getting pushed back doesn't matter because of the intermission. Gotta keep on my AFL stocks too. Yeah, okay, I'm glad that
I need more
I
power.
can.
Fenrir's unbound might.
This cutscene's like just about length for your wands to come back up, but also the line if they get offset slightly.
Egads! The ring's been destroyed and they've fallen below!
And it is also, in classic fashion. Oh my god. Oh, why is this cutscene making my avatar like? Okay. Oh, I see why. And the smoke effects.
They've moved to floating death traps! How will they fight with so little room?
Now I fight with everything I have. Prepare yourself.
Yeah. So it all comes up.
No escape.
I'm here. I'm dead.
Will you be able to stay on your feet?
I should have GC'd. I guess I should have GCD'd, but like.
I will rend all asunder.
Whatever. I used my potted too, so now I don't have. I just hit that without thinking about it. I can spread all this at least. I need to just not press button. You know, I have MP coming back up. I have MP coming back up. I can press buttons safely.
Nowhere to stand.
I wonder if oh, I don't have the MP to shield.
Dodge this if you can.
And I'm missing a bunch of Fairy Gorge too.
The power of wind unleashed.
This is categorically a very bad situation. Easy not move in such a way that I'm gonna hacking. I can't, I don't have resources because I died.
Come. You cannot escape from the wolf.
Ugh. Now this is donut. And then sides. He's in, okay. Which means out. Well, I can't have much of that. Ugh.
Just down! Is this the end? Oh dear! The Challenger's fallen out of the ring!
Oh, they said GG's. Wait, that's the guy who kept letting his tank die, and now he's complaining? Okay. You leave. Ooh, I got kicked. You leave the party. I got kicked. Yes. Wow, I love pre-off sometimes. So the guy who did not keep his tank alive without deaths and full resources complains and then leaves. And then I, who kept my tank perfectly alive until the one time I was dead and lacked Aether Flow and Fairy Gorge and MP with weakness, and he still died in the latter half of the mechanic. That is worth kicking somebody over. PF is really funny sometimes, my god. Let's see. 40 minutes. Chest clear. It's less than 4. And the group I was just with was... But the group I was just with bumps that eye level requirement up and I would no longer be able to join. That's even funnier. I don't know if that's the reason, guys. Never mind the 5 people who ate DDs to champion circuit. I can join this for 40 minutes. Teacher's clear, needs empty, fairing clock quad. Sure. That means I get to show up instantly. No downtime like the what, 30 minutes of waiting for right mage before? Can't complain. Alrighty. Somebody want to throw down a ready check? My model gets stuck again? There's nothing going on out here. Oh dear. Must blame Dawntrail for all of our woes. What's my gear repair looking like? That's fine. Food, run over here. Throw down some EOS. Oh, using the A marker this time. Spicy. Okay, we good to go. Gaming. Let's put a more helpful taste back on. Surely we're in 40 minutes of polls. We can get the clear, and then I can get reclears on both my characters starting next week. For what point? I don't know. We currently have no idea if ult's gonna be 0.3 or 0.5. Which would be nice to know ahead of time, but 14 dev communication, eh? We have machinist in here. Interesting. I remember the first couple of weeks, it might still be happening. But I remember the first couple of weeks where machinists were just getting locked out, just flat, completely. Which
I wonder if you can keep up.
I guess I saw the same thing in through, but that doesn't make it any less miserable to watch. Now, thankfully, as a Dark Knight and Scholar player, I've never had to suffer such a fate, and I'm always in high demand. Well, that's Dark Knight, because Dark Knight's not so really popular. But Scholars? Shield healers? But especially Scholars.
The wind answers my call.
Not too early, I hope. Oh, it shouldn't be now. Let's run up to the last head and then slide cast. That seems solid. Tether, so I can safely. For a second, I was wondering who was in my spot, and then I realized, oh, hi, Queen. I don't need a juicy delish. I mean, I will for safety, but okay, I did. Ooh, you get protection. Oh, lowly Viper? No personals. I guess that makes sense.
Must have hurt, but they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
I wonder sometimes what the mark of like, or one of the marks of a good 14 player versus a not so good 14 player, or at least average 14 player might be. And I think one of them is genuinely knowing the tools that other jobs have beyond your own. Eminent, went away. Yummy. Sick. But especially in like tank or healer, that sort of info is super valuable.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Do I need to imdom that to reset that? Probably not. But it doesn't get comfier. This phase is pretty low. I'm the last screen though, right? Yeah. This phase is pretty long, so it might actually be back for the last thing. Oh my god. That's an issue. I've never seen a tank need to be single targeted there. What happened? You have like... So speaking of somebody who's tanked this fight, you have so much MIP for... Because his autos, he doesn't really have any long string of auto segments. So you're actually relatively welcome to dump a... Like, I don't even have a really good spot to, use my, 40% MIP. Outside of ads in phase 1. It's not necessary for... I mean, I off-tank more, so obviously main tank would probably want to use it, so they can put my stuff on autos. But, like... God?
I wonder if you can keep up.
On Dark Knight, I'd usually, that's Eminent, right?
As if there's a pack of him.
Yeah. I should have been involved, but it's currently fine. What was I saying? On Dark Knight, normally I'd Vigil and Missionary for the second set of ads.
With Fenrir's might,
I usually find that's quite comfortable. And then short it's for the first and third.
the wind answers my call.
Ooh.
Oh dear, the challenger has fallen out of the ring.
Ah, well. That's an issue in its own right, but...
The challenger
This just came up. Sorry, I might have been get him up in time, but... No. Why do I not have you focus targeted? That's better. But again, I don't find myself using focus target a whole bunch in this fight in particular.
Can the challenger defeat the wolf?
It's got a lot in 7S and especially 6S, though. Though in 6S it's on the off tank because 3 guesses as to why, and they all don't know why. Am I supposed to be with a... Yeah, that makes sense. Permanent. I was thinking for a second, am I supposed to be with a caster? But no, yeah, this isn't one of those fights you want melee with ranged. Let's get that citizen regen taken. Let's get whispering on this for, what is it, 5%? It's 5%, it's nuts.
The wind answers my call.
Yep. What happened to... Oh, man. There we go. Yeah, what happened to, there was something that happened to something, and I've already forgotten what. Is that a mic issue or a...
But they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded.
Yeah, I wonder if that's a mic issue or a... performance issue.
Where did that colourful thing come from?
I'll do some bug checks, some testing before next stream. And but this is Rev, so we're chasing. Or he can come to basically come to us. Okay, very nice. Yeah, they're using damnation on that.
Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
My God. Reaper. I'm gonna blast him again. Good to know. Okay. Can be kind of lax with this. Because that juicy dude's weight. Might not be actually.
Bear my biting wings.
I don't have stuff for this. I'll just double VCD this and we'll be fine, but lacking soil is kind of unfortunate.
How delightful.
If I make sure I open with bio, I can snapshot it under buffs and it's fine-ish.
Pack of wolves.
Take that. Okay, it's fine. Okay, I thought it was important. It's not. This is the rev. Okay. Fine. We're fine. I definitely did not forget about the dragon heads. We're fine. We're fine. It's the invuln on Paladin. Paladin invuln is very comfy.
Try this.
Keep my MP up. Move lucid. This is 1, 2, 4. We keep getting supports first, 1 to 4. Well, that was kind of spooky for a second, actually. I got rid of this. Soil. This is a very messy. Oh, do not take this as a good. That can turn it to copper. Okay. One. Yeah, okay. I did not get to press lucid. I think I top up anyway.
I need more power. Fenrir's unbound might.
This is first phase 2 of this party. We haven't got that many pulls left in me, I suppose.
The ring's been destroyed and they've fallen below.
Okay, yeah, it's chugging with the with the smoke effects. Even though they're very rudimentary smoke effects, I think that is regular particle effects.
They moved the floating death traps. How will they fight with so little room?
So
With
that.
everything I have. Prepare yourself. There's no escape.
Yeah, I see. Put.
Will you be able to stay on your feet?
I'll give you something because why not? Which is this? Left and out. I will hold chain. I will hold chain. The comfy. In here, she's probably fine. What are you doing? Oh, speed it on this. Which is now super late and unnecessary.
You'll have nowhere to stand.
Oof, I don't know why I panicked for a second there. Okay, this should be comfy. Why did I die? Why did only I die?
Dodge this if you can.
Oh my god, goaded white mage. Oh my goodness.
The power of wit unleashed.
On the other side, that's what happened. Ah, I gotta turn it around for a second, but I got this. No, please take that back. Okay, we're solid, we're solid. I'm very disappointed that only I died, but whatever.
Cannot escape from the wolf.
Yeah, this is... in... donut? Oh no, what? Oh, he's taking the other way. I'm dumb. Hey. Not bad.
They're back on their feet. Let's see if they can stay standing.
I don't know if this is happening. No, I got...
The challenger rises again. Can they turn this around?
Tragic. Sad indeed, sad indeed. That was a real good recovery on the white mage's part. But I... Oh god, I don't know. I picked a lot of mid on that.
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
I can GCD shield it as well, suppose, for safety's sake. It was exactly me too. I guess I could just could be real unfortunate. Oh, let's see. I didn't save soil, whatever, we lived.
I wonder if you can keep up.
Imminent.
Speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
Oh. Oh, that's nasty. I might be slightly tired from the... Okay, don't press buttons. Press buttons.
The wind answers my call.
I just run up here. There we go. Probably slightly tilted from the run, which isn't helping, but it is what it is and all that. God. There we go. Well, don't worry about the squishies, but I don't worry about everybody. I wonder if,
Must have heard, but they're not out of the
Oh,
fight yet.
goodness. This might be a Dark Knight brain thing, but normally I T-ban the caster for that stack. Because it's straight up a benefit at this point. I wonder if the other tanks give anything out though. It's evens. Well, I guess give anything out there is a bit of a misnomer. It's not a... I wonder if these gap tanks are giving anything out there, which I think is also true of.
Not bad. Not bad.
right side. I could not tell for a second. And the last wind again. I think if I put that down there, I'll be fine. I think it's a beater in the sky, though. He was about to die anyway. Okay. Yeah, for a second I thought Chin's up like. Okay, we're fine. That was. He's a little speak for a second, but we're fine.
How delightful! The earth is mine to command.
I did not mean to sync target shield there.
Pack of wolves!
And I should have ruined too as well. I'm not died eminent this time. I won't die with dragons this time either. I just remember, oh thank god eminent, this is oh dear god revolutionary. It's a 3-2-4 angle. And that's one death.
The challenger's down! Is this the end?
Fine.
Rise it again! Can they turn this around?
I'm weaving. We got shields for days. Yeah, tell me about it. Actually, this is the highest I've seen all night. Yeah, that's something I'll do.
No, will not ruse. I need more power.
What was that? Machinist? Machinist there for 2 minutes. Oh, that would do a lot actually, yeah. Like, yeah, the now Machinist, but it is still selfish DPS losing all of its meter. And having weakness in 2 minutes. It's a selfish DPS losing. It is. It would.
No matter what becomes of my body, defeat is not an option.
They moved to floating death traps! How will they fight with so little room?
Now I fight with everything I have.
Yeah, I would really like to press. Oh. Oh.
There's no escape.
So long, White Mage. So long. No, the White Mage fell off. I pressed, did they? No, I don't think it was teleporters. I think they fat fingered their movement key, their gap closer.
Let's begin, shall we?
They just died. Also, good to know because people did die. I guess the stack retargets. Because if the one died, then in theory the stack should have just not gone up. But 3 people died, so. Oh dear.
I wonder if you can keep up.
He's eminent. Get away.
As if there's a pack of him.
Yeah. There Thompson's off. Who said that? The Viper said one more pull, which judging by the time, it's like one more pull for me too. Yes, there's a fellow I think. Also a big fan of Eminent.
Answers my call.
Can be position over here, it'll be fine. Very nice. I genuinely have no idea how any rain ever complained about that mechanic. It's so free on the rain. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my. No, but people really complain about millennial decay. Like,
Fenrir's power can be
it's such a
wielded in surprising ways.
theoretically simple mechanic.
Where did that colossal thing come from?
My truth.
Okay, models not responding issues are definitely something to do with them, like, because even briefly turning back into it, it's not wanting to go off. This is Rev, which ruined 2 gaming. I didn't have to do that. Why did I do that?
Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Man, the first one? I am the first one, that's it. First indeed. I can spell them now. Did I get targeted by one and then targeted by the other? Can we go to the middle, please? Thank you. Yeah, I should have. Oh, it's dead. I didn't know that best that bot, but I didn't read the I read the buff first.
Bear my biting wings. Still you stand. How delightful.
Why does he walk Solaris?
The earth is mine to command.
I felt like you can. I guess you might as well for it, but.
Pack of wolves.
Actually, wait. Yeah, no, why would you... cards for like slightly worse out 2 damage downs. Card spots are like slightly worse up time, but they are really brain dead. So I'm not super surprised PF would stick to them. Look, don't know how many parties I was in week 1 and 2 who would join with one Shadow Lever up, and everybody would disagree on if the true north bit was 1 or 2 rolling, or it was all of them, or if it's closest to the wall, or furthest from the wall. This is a double swap. Cool. Stone fan, got it, yeah. I think that Spreadwell might have after the shield was lost. That's tragic.
Oh no, that was too much for the challenger.
Oh, thank god they cancelled it. I don't even get to summon my fairy.
I will not lose. I need
Why
your
does...
power.
That raid wide should be doing like nothing because of all the leftover meat. So why in the world did it kill me from full? Like, I will shield the second raid wide if it comes out.
And they fallen below.
Yeah, that's probably it. I think I turn that down at all.
What becomes of my body? Defeat is not
Okay,
an
I need to mash
They moved the floating
shields. Oh, I did not get anything back.
So little room.
Now I fight with
Barret shield into fairy into seraph to... Small shields, boy, because I'm dead.
no escape.
Put that on a stealth. They died.
Will you be able to stay on your
If you're still on tank platform, whatever. Yeah, it doesn't go for one, so who cares?
I will rend all asunder.
That's probably a really risky I put 2s.
You'll have nowhere to stand.
Actually, no, I'm going to expedient later. I'm getting quite silly. Okay. It doesn't help that it's so... If I have to go all the way around, I do like very barely have time to
Dodge this if you can.
oh, I can't effect here right now. I have dissipation up.
The power of wit unleashed.
If I have to run like I have very little time to shield. Please heal the warrior.
The challenger's down.
Come on.
Is this the end?
That's the tank I can't reach, so short of giving him an X-Ray ahead of time, I literally can't do anything about it. This one is... heights? Yeah, okay. I was too busy staring at everything else to check chat, but thanks for the help. Good. Okay. I said, I mentioned in chat that it couldn't have been me because of just which side I was on. And the warrior instantaneously left in response. It's like it's either warrior mid issue or white mage healing issue, and then they left. It's so... you should have... I don't know if you were here earlier. I had a party where we had 3 deaths to the other side tank, not... we had 3 deaths to the main tank dying during twofold. Obviously I can't reach them. I give them excog ahead of time a couple times. Then the one time where I die to Mitt earlier on, and I don't have Aether Flow, or Fairy Gorge, or MP, and I have weakness, and my tank dies at the 4th hit, the white mage complains at me, has a fuss, leaves the party, and then I got kicked. It's so peak. It's so peak. PF is... I don't think you can beat PF. It's such an experience. I don't know if Invuln doesn't really last long enough, I don't think, to be worth it. Also, it would not help Warrior. Also, it's just the 2 1s instead of 3-1-1-3 because A, I think it looks better. B, it is vaguely inspired by Valhalla, the visual novel. And 3, it just like makes it sort of let's get divvied up better into like the 3 letters number dash letter like format. Yeah, me during that on Dark Knight, it's just like Rampart for 3 and 4. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna call it 2. See you, good night. Good night, chat. Where's the... There we go.